beautiful thing have to be shared. Why would you have a beautiful thing and hide it? It's like people, have beautiful thing and they put it in the safe and lock it. So why would you wear it? When you are dead? This is the problem, people like to hide. Because, firstly, of course I understand, you're scared to confront your family, But if it is your family, they will still be your family even if they see you as a tilak. For sure they will criticize you. For sure they will see you strange. But if every day you see the same strange face, you get used to it, no? It's no more strange anymore. It becomes normal. And one day you don't wear the tilak. That will become strange. Then they will ask you why you don't wear this. But you see, very often I encounter that with people, Especially when you're new on a spiritual path, Firstly, how long would you hide it? That is my question. How long would you say, yes, I'm going to my friend's house for 10 days? Do you think they believe you? Oh, I'm going for holiday. Because after that holiday, when you go back home, you're a different person. When people go for holiday, I have noticed that while traveling, very often we visited, I think it was in Lanzarote, doing the seminar there. And in the plane, while returning back to Germany, we were joyful after the seminar, very happy. And I look behind, everybody. I was then I ask, have they gone for holiday or they have gone for fighting? It's a different radiance, when you go on the spiritual journey. So automatically they will know you didn't go for holiday, if they are clever, of course. Because what people go on holiday, normal people go on holiday, what do? Sing buildings, sing art, or whatever you do, I don't know. Or go on by the beach, no? But you don't have that shine. That's why when people return from holiday, they're miserable. You have, I was saying, people work throughout their life, throughout the whole year they work, no? And they save to go for 2 weeks holiday. And during this 2 weeks holiday, what do? Drinking, eating, partying. Yes or no? You all have done that, I'm sure. No? Or maybe you still do it, who knows. But that's what the people call holiday. As if they don't eat every day. They don't drink every day. There must be something different what you do. If you do the same thing every day, what holiday are you doing? It's just because you're not working, you're wasting your time in something else. So, you see, how would you lie to that when you're shining that happiness? For sure, you will find challenge. You will, meet challenges from dear one which is close with you. But sometimes you have to tell them the truth. Be truthful towards yourself and tell them. For sure you will be criticized. For sure they will tell you, yes, whatever you're doing is from the devil, all this stuff, because if they are Christian, that is the first thing into their mind. They never think of God first. No? They never say, you see, look at the devotee, you know. Whatever happened into their life, what they think? Huh? They find God in everything that happened into their life. Something wonderful happened, it is the grace of God, you know. But other people, what it is? Something that they don't understand, it's good to blame the good devil for it. And this poor guy, he's taking everything on his shoulder. All your blame is on him. You are never at fault. It's always the fault of others. So, how long would you say you went for holiday? Every few months you're going for holiday? Amazing! When everybody else is going once a month, once a year for holiday, you are going every 2 months. The best is just to tell them frankly, they accept it, it's good. If they don't accept it, they can't lock you, no? Or they can. I don't know if they are, what kind of people is your family. So just tell them, shock them. And you know what the most shocking would be? Show them picture of how happy you are. More than shocking people is not about talking, because talking don't help people. You know, because very often you try to talk and talk and talk, try to convince people. No. Here, look how happy these people are. They're all strange. You look at, they have this antenna they put on to connect. It is like an antenna, you see. We connect to Srihari. It is his feet. And so why not? You know, often when I pass by, you know, in the airport, you know, when they have to check the passport, the pass control, they will ask, "What is this?" I say, "Well, this is we are Hindu, and this is our symbol." I say, "Ah, beautiful," but you can see they are a bit confused. Well, then I said, "Look, in our tradition, we said our mind have to be focused on God, you know. So, what is the best way to focus the mind? Is to remind of his lotus feet." Probably, I'm sure he was confused. Why you have to remember his feet, you know, not him? So I said, well, this is for Krishna. We remember him. When you explain to them, they understand what it means. So, but it's amazing. So now you can say that it is an antenna to connect you with God.